Roger and Alexandre are back. The same great hosts with the more great topics, more great guests, more great convos. Join us for Season 4, Monday, August 12th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
What's wrong, Roger? What's wrong?
Alex, why? Wrong one. Wrong
video. That was the wrong promo video.
What happens when you are live? Wrong intro, my man. But that's okay. Welcome, everyone, once again to Great Combos. Yes, you can see we are extremely excited. And as we always say, whether you agree or disagree, you can always find great combos. I am your co-host, Roger Caesar, that gentleman over there who messed up already.
Messed up already. Thank you. Well, we had a week break because of our Thanksgiving here in Canada, and I am Alexandre Matt, pleased to be here with all the kinks and messing up. Good to see you, Roger.
Good to see you too, man. Wow. Thank you again to all of our listeners for being here with us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here, and we appreciate you. Put it in the chat where you are coming from. Say hello. Awesome weekend, Alex. We had an amazing weekend. Why don't we start with talking about what you did over the weekend, and then we'll talk about what we did together.
Sure. Yeah, well, at the moment, there is the storytelling festival in Sudbury called Le Festival Les Vieux m'ont conté, which literally translates to the old people told stories to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds better in French. It's a festival going on for a few years now, and I was invited to be part of the speaking marathon or storytelling marathon. I think we were 10 storytellers during that event, and the festival goes on until next weekend, and I will be part of it still next Saturday, where I will be emceeing the contest of the biggest lie.
The biggest lie.
Big story.
So something like a Tall Tales, but really far-fetched.
Like a Tall Tales, yes, exactly. Like a Tall Tales contest en français.
Wow.
What about you, Roger?
Interesting. It was a very busy weekend for me all around. It started off with going to a networking event that I was invited to by the Canadian Black Chambers of Commerce, and I had a great time there. And then I had the opportunity to see a good friend of mine get engaged and married, and so fun for that as well. And then, of course, the big thing. Well, actually, the big thing came before I went to the wedding. But what did we do this weekend, my friend?
We were in an event together, and I don't even know if I knew very much in advance that we were going to be not only in the same event, but in the same time zone, in the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was a big event called Celebrating the Centennial of Toastmasters, honoring the past, inspiring the future, organized by the World Travelers Toastmasters Club. Now, this was a marathon of speaking for 20 hours, spanning the globe in its various time zones. They started in New Zealand. I think they started in New Zealand in their evening or in their morning, which was our evening on Saturday.
Right.
And then it went on for 20 hours until for us early evening on Saturday. Did I get that right?
Yes. No,
and there were
until Sunday, didn't it? Went to Sunday.
Went through to Saturday, but maybe elsewhere in the world it was Sunday.
Sunday.
This is where it's so confusing to have all these time zones and trying to organize an event that spans the whole globe, literally. And I have to say, I'm very impressed at the organizing of this event. This is why I've gave myself the title Impressed Guy today.
Yeah, and I gave myself the title Epic Guy. And I want to say I'm wearing this shirt here, hashtag Rise Above. Shout out to my good friend Kwesi Millington who gave me this shirt, but I felt it was appropriate for today because of what happened. This is massive. It's unique, and at the same time, yes, it's maybe has been done in different ways or variations, but this was a unique event put on by a fantastic person who we know together. And wow, so many great speakers, so many great leaders that were a part of this event, talking on various topics, discussing their experiences, their expertise. And yes, we had a lot of individuals who have been on the world stage, the final stage, either as finalists or winners of the World Championship of Public Speaking. Wow, let's get into this, man.
Yeah. Woo! Well, look, because it's 20 hours nonstop, I didn't have the chance to see a lot of the speeches. There were, I think officially there were 103 speeches in those 20 hours. Did you see? Yeah, it's worthy of applause. In fact, indeed. Roger, did you see 100 speeches?
No, but I did manage to see about 30. Oh, 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done. I know, I've heard that the recordings were made and will be available on YouTube later on, and there are a few that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Now,
yes,
we saw one screen cap of one poster that was created for this event, the Centennial celebration. Now, we've got a surprise guest, Roger.
Yeah.
So we thought, with this huge event, we know that there have been and there are still other events celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters, but I'm not sure that there was one event online with this type of organization where you've got 100 speakers with various titles. In fact, we're going to talk about what.
Can I just answer one really quick question to Jackie? Shout out to Jackie. They were all 5 to 7 minutes. The speeches 5 to 7 minutes long.
Yes, and there were some red lights to be sure that we weren't going over time. I'm not sure how long the red light was on when I was speaking. I made sure to wrap it up.
We'll talk about you
as quickly as I could. So I did mention special guest, but did I say who it was?
No, please.
So in order to organize such a big event, and as a reminder, this was member driven. This is not created by a team of employees. Nobody was paid for this. Just a bunch of people getting together and creating something out of the goodness of their heart, and to do something of value. So we will speak now with the one who is behind all this. Please welcome the organizing chair of the committee to organize the celebration of the Centennial of Toastmasters from World Travelers Toastmasters Club, Eliza Juliana.
Woo!
Eliza, I will ask you to unmute, and now you are joining us from
Johor Bahru, Malaysia.
And now in Malaysia, it is past midnight. So thank you so much for joining us during.
Thank you for having me. It's honored to be here because you know what? Both of you are my idol. And to be interviewed by my idol, I can do even in the midnight.
Thank you so much. Eliza, let's just go right from the beginning, the genesis of this entire thing. What prompted you to want to do something like this?
Actually, I want to help something that we are world travelers. We have members from 15 countries. And I want to try, in Toastmaster, friendly speaking for myself, I'm a very, very lucky Toastmaster. And I want to make sure that all my members are also lucky like me. And usually, not to try to be brag, but I met a lot of great people. But some of my members are too shy to do it. And I got a challenge from one of my members that all the limelight is go to me, and I don't want to be in the limelight anymore. So I just tell I need to do something that can mobilize all my members to do something, and need to be something that great. So 100 years the celebration, this is actually degradation of the big idea actually. So I never know that it's already become small actually from the dream that I really had. We actually I want to have a website, or I want to have song or something like that, but actually it's too many things. And actually from 100 hours, I just tell myself I love myself more. So yeah, 20 hours is enough, and it's a back pain project. Yeah. So I'm very happy that in this I managed to create more leaders. I believe that all my members who maybe he never dreamed to communicate with past international president, or never dreamed to talk to world champion, but because of the people are in their team, and they need to manage them, they need to create the agenda and everything they need to do. And I just tell them, if anything happen, I will tell them complain to you, I will just go back. So that's the things that I challenge all of them. So this is
Oh,
all the great people that became,
yes.
Yeah.
they took the challenge. And I think I'm a bit hard to all of them, but I really appreciate them. They really did a great job. And sometimes he told me that in private message, Eliza, this is too much. Eliza, this is you set the height too, you set the bar too high. But I told them, why we need to have an event if we don't have a quality, and we don't have anything that can make people impress.
Mhm.
Right.
So
Your original idea or vision was to have 100 hours. Uh, I suppose you're thankful now that it's only 20 hours, because I know that you stayed awake and you were there for the whole event. So 20 hours is much more feasible than 100. Now,
Wow.
you
Shout out.
mentioned your team. You mentioned these are the people. So let's just, if you're viewing this right now, everybody can see the team. So these are people who are developing their own leadership by doing this. So
Mhm.
congratulations, Eliza, not only for creating this, but for developing, helping other people develop their own leadership. Now, you started to mention people in your team saying, "Oh, this is too difficult." Now, I can just imagine trying to organize something so big with over 100 speakers, probably around 50 additional volunteers to organize this.
Mhm.
What were some big hiccups or big difficulties that you had?
rejection. You know
Rejection
what?
from whom?
We
Wow.
we we we, we did. I planned this about 5 months ago, and actually I also don't know why, but I have a lot of big people behind me. No, I mean somebody that really hold me and say nothing going to be wrong. So they are motivating me, they are pushing me, but actually I'm scared, to yeah. If for the past international president that I already met, I knew it's okay, but my dream was to have 100 speakers, and actually it's only past international president, past international director, world champion public speaker. That's a
Mhm.
dream. But then after that, we cannot get that 100 people, because some people is already, not in this world. So I was thinking like how to get these 100 people. So that's why we go to the final and semi-finalists. We go to the president citation, because we believe that all the people that actually give impact to the world.
And that's how
So
we were able to participate, because
Yeah.
if it was only world champions, then Roger and I would not have been able to participate in this event.
that's
And it
not,
was
yeah,
crazy.
some people, because we want to do the best, right? But then after that, we just thinking that everybody is giving, and we have a lot of rejection, right? When you are a small like me, nobody know me. Maybe if Alexandre or you, Roger, invite, maybe people will say yes in one time. But for me, it's, yeah, it's very very tiring, to get the rejection.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I just only received the invitation for the district, not for the club. And we just bring the name of the club. We are not a division, we are not the area, and we are not the district. So a lot of rejection actually.
Yeah, it was funny because even myself, when I first got told about this by you, the time frame where you had me slotted, I wasn't even able to, and it was you. And shout out to Phoebe for reaching back out and saying, well, let's see if we can change things around. And finally we were able to do so, and I was able to be a part of it. I see Rich Hopkins, who is here as well, and he was also a part of this event and spoke. I mean, to be able to get this caliber of speakers and as well the leaders that were involved, it's a testament to not only you but your team and how hard they work. Now we touched on some of the parts here, the rejection and stuff, but maybe even behind the scenes, were there anything that you thought, oh my God, this may not go through, this might not work? Were there things behind the scenes that we don't know that might have been hard in saying, okay, this may not happen at all?
Yes, actually, there is sometimes that I almost give up. So I just tell, okay, 50 is enough. And some people also say that this is too ambitious, what Eliza is trying to do. And I just feel sad, when people say like, ambitious, is there anything that I want to achieve? But I just want to challenge myself. 100 years, how come all the people's gone? And I just joined Toastmaster in 5 years. And I believe that we have a very great leaders before that. So I want to learn from them also. And I think we learn from people from New Zealand. We learn from many parts of the world that before I never touch. Yeah, actually I touch, but I never meet them. So I really, really feel great to learn from all of them, and they are all great people. And half of the way, after a lot of tears, blood, sweat, or something like that, it's very terrible, So after a little bit of hiccup, fighting with the not fighting, but more miscommunication and everything, and after, it's really a journey that until I tell to God that I surrender.
Yeah.
But I cannot tell in front of my leaders that actually I almost give up. I just tell, if it happen, it's happen. If not, then done. But God is great. God sent a lot of good people in and helping us to find. Even they are the one who say, have you contact this? Have you contact that? And you know what? To find all these international president and international director, I Google like crazy every day, I need to open who is this name, where I can find him, where his club, and looking one by one. Yeah, that's why people call me a detective of Toastmaster.
The detective of Toastmasters. There's the name right there. We got to put that on the bottom. Detective of Toastmasters. I love it.
Eliza, thank you so much for agreeing to come on our show at this last minute. Congratulations again for organizing this. And I think we've got some comments that also demonstrate the leadership qualities that you have, including, I mean, sometimes it's very simple, but just being kind and generous of your own time, which is why Nazir Al-Qassem says, when I knew it was Eliza, I said, of course, yes. Nazir, who was a semi-finalist in the World Championship.
Yes.
So,
shout out to Nazir.
So, Eliza, before we let you go sleep for the night, is there a last-minute thing that you want to leave us with? Would you like to invite
if I
people
can
to
say,
your club, for example?
Can I just say thank you very much to all the people that behind of this event? I want to say thank you very much, Jim Kokokski. I want to thank Dilip Abayaskara, Jesse Oakley, Ali Shahbaz, and also Frank Suro. To all my great team leaders, 10 people. You already put their pictures. They are really, really the one that really hold me until the end. And to all the speakers, I hope all of you are happy, because we really try. All my team leaders try to treat all the speakers very nice, because we need the good speakers to entertain the world. Yeah, so thank you very much to all the people, and also my PR team. Many people that actually helping. We have people that promoting also, like Elena from Greece, Cheryl Rose. Can you just imagine, we have 17 accredited speakers, because he said we have going to have a great event, so everybody just jumping. And I was like, oh my God, it's very easy. Actually, it's not hard, but yeah, at first it's hard. But thank you very much, everyone, to make it this event success. It's not won't happen without. It's not about me, but it's because of everyone who participate in this event. Thank you very much also to the audience that's staying until, I don't know, 5 hours until 20 hours also have. So thank you very much. Thank you very much from me and also from my team. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
so much,
Alexandre, and also Roger.
Eliza.
Thank you. We thank you for being here. Now go and get some sleep. after this much hours of hard work and the many hours that you did beforehand to get this organized, you deserve some sleep. So go ahead and get
Thank
some.
you. Okay.
Have a good night.
Take care. My goodness. Wow. That was incredible. Now I want to talk about one thing really fast before we go. And we were talking about this before off the air, but for those of you who are here with us, not everybody was in a studio or at home. In fact, some people were doing their speeches from either a car or on the road. And in this case, with my dear friend here, Alexandre, he was taking a walk, a stroll, shall we say, with his daughter on her bicycle while doing his speech with a selfie stick and walking on the road and doing it. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
This
Well,
just talk about not only the dedication to this event, but Alex was willing to let his daughter ride her bike and still have his phone on.
well, Roger, you know, the original idea for my presentation was to mention actually if the timing had been a little different, I would have ended up with a real crowd in person in front of me, because it was during the storytelling festival, as I said earlier. Now the timing didn't quite work, but I still wanted to do that same concept of being outside, because I remember the first time that I tried speaking and walking, I wasn't able to do it. Years ago, I had a little bit on TV, like once a week. I had 5 minutes where I talked about what was going on in the community, and the cameraman for one of these capsules, he said, "Okay, let's try this. Start here, and then as you start talking, walk, and I will follow you." And, okay, I'll try that. And then I was tripping over myself or tripping over my words. And after 3 tries, he said, "Okay, you know what? Just stand still and we'll try it." But now I'm able to walk and talk and hold the camera at the same time. So I just wanted to give that demonstration of what we're able to do by trying new things, including joining a Toastmasters Club, which is a perfect way of trying new things in a friendly environment where if you trip, it doesn't matter, and people will encourage you and pick you up.
Yeah, and I think your message and mine for those who weren't able to attend, mine was called "Got You," and it was all about the mentors who have paved the way, helped you along the way in your Toastmasters journey, and talking about the ones that have helped me. And you talked about, or yours was about, hey, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Discussing the different members, the people who you have met along the way, who helped you to be where you are. So I think
well, the whole Team 7 was about mentorship, correct? So all of the speakers spoke about either their own experience as a mentor or being mentored by someone else. And we are celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters. It's 100 years of not only speeches but leadership development, and creating, what is it, more than 1 million people have joined Toastmasters throughout the century, and there will be millions more surely in the future. So it's an organization that is driven by the members who help other members be the best version of themselves.
Yeah,
and that's what we wanted to celebrate over the weekend.
Yeah, and it was well done. Well done. I really appreciate Eliza for all the hard work that her and her team put in. To all the speakers who took the time, wherever you were in the world, to be a part of this, I thank you for making this event a success. To the great leaders of Toastmasters International who have helped pave the way for this organization through and through, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and being a part of this event. And of course, to the audience who, for 20 hours, some people I know stayed on for more than 2 or 3 sessions, like, and even more. Thank you for being a part of this and making it a success. This was absolutely fun. I commend the whole organizing team because this was amazing.
Mm-hmm. It was epic, right, Roger? Epic. Are you impressed? Roger, next week, what do we have in store?
Well, next week, because we had to put this in. This wasn't originally the plan, but because of the event, we thought it was important to bring it to light to all of you. But we want to talk about being thankful, as we just came off of the Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, and we know that our neighbors to the south will be celebrating it in November. We want to talk to you about, well, what are you thankful for? And we are hoping that you will think about that, and you will come next week, and we will have a great discussion about all the things that we're thankful for, that we're grateful for, and what has allowed us to be who we are today.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's more difficult than others to be thankful or grateful, but
Right.
still a good thing to do, right?
That's right.
Roger,
My man.
it's been a pleasure.
Always.
Let's do it again.
Shall we?
As we always say, Roger, whether you agree or disagree,
you can always
find great convos.
Take care, everyone. Have a great week.